What's up, you guys? It's Biz Coach C. Today we are going to go into our seventh training for the Road to 100K series, which I'm extremely excited about. So, I am in a different atmosphere today. So, I'm trying to make sure I'm not disturbing anybody, but at the same time, I want to give the people what they came for. So, with this being the seventh in the training, we've done six so far already this year. We do these once a month. My goal is to help you reach your first six figures in business, and these trainings are here to help you understand how to actually make that happen. So, if you want to catch the first six, you need to be a part of the Six Secrets group that's on Facebook. But in addition to that, you can also find these on a playlist on my YouTube channel. So look for Biz Coach C on YouTube or at CLSMGMT. It's going to take you directly there. While I'm making sure that these are shared in my Facebook groups, just to tell you guys a little bit about myself to remind you. My name is Cynthia Ellis. I am a 12-year business consultant. I specialize in startups, and my passion is helping other people become super, super successful. So, this particular group that these trainings are a part of is called Six Secrets, and it is literally six secrets to six figures where I work with. It's really for minority women, but I will work with any group, honestly, to help you or any individual to help you reach your first six figures in business. So anything that I'm teaching these minority women who are definitely my heart, because your story resonates with me most of all. But anybody is welcome to join that group, but just know that if you're in there, you are going to get called a business beauty. So it's up to you if you're okay being called a business beauty and seeing the highlights for Black and brown women, then hey, take your shot, get comfortable, pull up a chair, get the information. It's free. There are some things that you can invest in that would be amazing, amazing for you that I don't want you to miss out on. But today, I want to talk to you guys all about a sales strategy for six figures, and that is creating, pricing, and selling like a CEO. So, if you know somebody who needs to be on this live, make sure you tag them. Make sure they understand, hey, Biz Coach C is live. You need to be getting this info. Let's do what we got to do to make it happen. Right? All right. Very good. Very good. So, all right. First things first, you guys. Now that you know who I am and a little bit about me, let's get into it. You can feel free to comment. You can feel free to ask questions. I will try to answer those in real time. I'm going to drop a link to my website so that if you want to see anything else while we're actually recording, that you can. If you want to read more about me, look up more about me, whatever it is that you want to do, feel free to do so. All right. So I'm gonna have some banners running, some different comments and stuff going. Um, Feel free to jump in, chime in, whatever it is that you feel like you want to do. So I'm up for it. Just know I'm here for all the things and I'm here to help. But okay, don't forget to comment. Let me know if you are watching, whether you're watching live on YouTube or on Facebook. Um, it's all there, and I appreciate you. All right, so let's get started. With that being said, if you do not catch the live training for today, you will be able to catch the recording on the YouTube channel for this. So don't feel like you missed out on anything. But I want to start with just telling you guys that the first six, if you watch the first six in this series, you're going to have mastered your mindset and understanding what it takes to go from employee to employer. You're going to have identified your niche by now. You've gotten your branding under control and you realize what your financial foundations need to be. The last couple of these that we've talked about, we've created your actual offer and what it is that you're going to be selling and how you can make it irresistible so people will not be able to pass up on that, but to have to want to work with you whenever they see your marketing. And then the last thing we talked about is marketing that converts and actually putting together those marketing pieces that are actually going to sell, right? So those are the first things that we've covered. Today is locking in on those sales and you learning three things. So I've got three objectives for you today. Those three things are how to build offers with the right pricing strategy, how to build your business model that's actually going to generate your first $100,000 a year, and how to implement a system that's going to keep those sales flowing, right? So those are your three objectives from watching today's live. Here's the thing about revenue. Revenue isn't something that randomly happens, right? Revenue is all in your math, it's all in your business model, it's all in your mastery and how you get things to work. So now that you know what 3 things we're covering today, if you missed it, go back and watch the replay. If not, stick around and we're going to go over them anyway. Here's the first thing that I want you to do. Part 1 of this is making sure that your 100K business model has an actual breakdown. So if we looked at that for you individually, what would your $100,000 business model look like for you? I want you to pick the model that's built for scale based on what you do. So here's how $100,000 is possible for you depending on that model. The first model I can show you is high ticket services, which is usually where my main income comes from as a business coach, as a service provider. So you've got high ticket services. These things are priced at about $2,500 to $5,000 per client. So literally you're only servicing about 2 clients per month, bringing in anywhere between $4,000 to $10,000 a month and bringing in $96,000 to $100,000 a year. So this is perfect for creatives, definitely. You don't necessarily have to be a cultural consultant, but a service provider who can actually offer a value offer, has a value service that they can offer at a high ticket price. Those are my high ticket service people. Number 2 are my people who sell digital products and courses. Now, notice that the things that I'm talking about here, you don't have to do just one. You can actually do a combination of these because I actually do 3 out of the 4 of these. I don't want to touch retail, but I will tell you exactly how my model is set up. But the second thing that you can actually do to help you get to 100K a year and to break down the math is sell digital products and courses. So those are going to be priced at anywhere from about $97 to $297 each. And you can offer some low level courses or some, I won't necessarily say low value, but they could be, but less of an amount. But just know that if you decrease the price on what you're selling, then you're going to have to increase the amount that you sell. But if you price it somewhere between $97 to $297 for each product or course definitely around $300, then the sales that you're going to need only come to about 50 sales a month. And that brings you to about 167, which equals $100,000 a year. This is perfect for people who are experts in their industry, who can reteach what it is that they've learned, educators specifically, but it doesn't have to be just any education. You can actually make it specific to whatever you do. And you can put that together as a course or as separate digital products, and you can sell those. So that's the second type of business model we can do. Third type of business model is going to be memberships and subscriptions. So if you are selling memberships and subscriptions, you can price those at an average of about $47 a month based on the value of what it is that you're offering. The members needed, you need at least about 180 members coming in at about $50 a month to get you to $100,000 a year. So that's the math in that. If you had 180 members of whatever it was that you're doing, and those people are subscribing or their membership is $50 a month, then that would get you to 100K a year. So this is perfect for community-driven brands. And even service providers, again, if you're selling products, you can get people to subscribe to your products, right? And if you can get 180 subscribers at $50 a month, you can double that. If you get 360 subscribers at $25 a month, then, and if you want to lower the price again, then you could have 720 subscribers at $12 a month, but that will get you to $100,000 a year. So this could be perfect for any type of brand, but definitely where you have strong community. So if you have a really strong social media back end, if you got really good numbers, you got great visibility, great engagement, good audiences, and you're providing value and people believe in what you're doing, then it's easy to sell memberships and subscriptions like that, or it's easier, I should say. It's never a walk in the park. It's not a cakewalk, but you can get there. And that's the third way that you can do it. Fourth way and fourth model that you can look at if we break that down is e-commerce and retail. So anyone who's in retail, you need to be striving to get your average order for the amount up. We need to increase that. We need to strive to have an increase in the average amount per order that come in for us. So say we have an average order of $50, then you would need 170 orders a month to get you to $100,000 a year. This is good for boutique owners, for people who have merchant lines, people who are doing selling collectibles and things like that online. So any type of e-commerce retail stores, try to get your average order price around $50 per order. If you don't, then just double the amount that you sell in each month. So if we broke that down and your average sale for your order is about $25, then you're going to need to sell about 340 things. You're going to need 340 orders per month to get to that 100K per year. Great for boutique owners, merch lines, all of these sorts of things, e-commerce. But those are 4 amazing ways that you can break down in different business models how you can build it to scale to get to 1K a year. 4 different ways to do that. 3 of those I incorporate myself already. High ticket services, digital products, and memberships are literally where I thrive. And you could do the same. Part 2 is going to be pricing strategy that pays. Key pricing truths. Here's some key things that I want you to understand about setting your prices, is that price based on your results. Don't price based on your hours, right? Price your products and services based out of the value that you're going to be offering. If you cannot do that, then you're going to be trading your time for pennies, and your time is worth a lot more than that. So what you want to do is incorporate what we call anchor pricing, where you show the value of what you're offering first, and then you talk about the price. But first, you got to communicate the value, because nobody's going to invest in something that they don't know what it does, and they don't know what it's going to do for them and how it's going to make their lives better or easier. Nobody's going to invest in something that they don't believe in or don't understand how it's going to help them. So always, always anchor your price with showing the value first. Cement that in the lead's mind or in the customer's mind. And then it's easier to guide them into actually purchasing and making the sale. Or it's easier to guide them actually to sign that contract. So if you're trying to convince somebody to sign a contract with you, then the first thing that you need to do is make sure you communicate what it is that you're going to do for them. All right. The next thing that you can do, the next price and truth that I have to give you, is use tiered pricing. Sometimes a one and done on price is unattractive to people, because especially in economies like we're living in now, because people need to have options. And what they also feel when they have options is they feel power, right? We want to give the customer that power. We want to give them purchasing power. And we do that by adding options and making it available for them to not have to lock into commitments that they feel uncertain about, because we don't make purchases when we feel uncertain. So make them feel certain and capture more buyers with the opportunity to come in on different levels: a basic price, a standard price, a premium price. Tier the heck out of your pricing system and give them at least 3 different options to pick from. You can do low value items, medium value, high value, or high ticket. Don't underprice whatever you do. If you're going to have a strategy that pays, you cannot undervalue yourself, because that means that you're just going to be overworked and you're not going to be compensated for what you're doing. So in the end, with these 4 pricing strategy truths that actually pay you, in the end, think about what actually happens with these numbers. Set your revenue goal. Set your revenue goal. And let's say that's 100K per year. Divide that by 12 months. That means you've got to make $8,333 a month. So then after that, you just choose your sale mix, right? What's your sales mix? How are you going to come to that 8.3K a month? Is it going to be a mixture of high ticket and low ticket sales? Is it going to be your business models of mixing up the high ticket offer, the membership, the digital products? What is it that you're going to do to get there? You've got the revenue goal now for 100K, and you know you've got to make 8.3K a month to make it happen. Then understand that you don't necessarily need 10,000 followers. If you have 10K followers, that's good. It just gives you more opportunity for visibility, engagement. Doesn't mean those people are going to actually purchase. In fact, it doesn't even mean they're interested in your product or service. Most people who are following you because of you, right? And not necessarily because of the brand that you represent. So just remember, it's not all about the followers. It's not all about the clicks, the likes. You need sales. So you need 10 offers priced right and sold well. That's what you need. You need 10 solid offers that have a great price that you can sell really well. Try to get to that. Here's part 3, systems that drive sales. Here's how it happens if it's in the driver's seat, right? There are 4 systems that mainly are going to drive your sales. Those systems are going to be leads, you attracting the right people, and then it's going to be taking those people and putting many of those people in what we call a conversion pipeline, which is where we want to strive to nurture those people and keep them in your circle and keep them interested in what you're offering until they decide to actually make the purchase, which is the next step that you take, is following up and closing, where you actually make the sale, you make them happy, right? And then the fourth part of that is retention, where you're actually keeping them happy. So attract the right people, keep them interested, make them happy, keep them happy. Lead generation, conversion pipeline, follow up and close, and retention. That's what we do in a nutshell. 4 steps, 4-part system, but this drives your sales all the way around. Think of this as your steering wheel, and I need you to handle it. So if we break that down, here's what it looks like in action, building an actual system out to make it happen. Sales system in detail looks like, number 1, lead generation. That's your traffic. That's consistent visibility for you, your content, your collaborations, your partnerships, the ads that you're doing. Tools that you can use to help you with lead conversion are things like a meta ads to run it just to drive traffic. We just want to get the numbers in at this point. We want the visibility. You can use Reels, you can use SEO, you can use blogs, whatever you do to drive traffic. There are many ways to do that. The point in traffic driving is to make sure that you have the right messaging going out so that you are attracting the right people and that you place those ads strategically to where they are capturing the people that you need. System number 2, when it comes to conversion pipeline, this is where it gets more serious. And the numbers are going to start to dwindle a little bit because the people who are what we call cold leads that may not actually be 100% interested, those people are going to start falling off. But you're going to keep your warm and cold leads because they're still going to be interested. Now it's no longer just about you that they're watching and your personal brand. It's also about the brand that you're representing as far as your product and service. So this is where we nurture those people. We keep them interested. And I'm figuring out how to do this in several different ways now with people who are booking strategy calls with me. So coaches, that's a great place to keep someone interested in what you're doing. Email welcome sequences are great for this because they build trust. You can use tools like, I use MailChimp, but there's also Constant Contact, there's MailerLite, there's Klaviyo. There's so many different systems you can use to actually keep the people interested once they actually get into your lead generation funnel. So you've gotten the traffic, now you've gotten the pipeline, and we're actually we're moving throughout that pipeline to keep folks where they need to be. So a great way to automate this is going to be to use what we call a CRM system, customer retention management, something like HubSpot. I mentioned Constant Contact that also works as a CRM. But what you can do is set up automations to actually reach out to those people automatically for you. So you're not spending time trying to constantly talk to people, reach out to them, because that gets very labor intensive and you can't make money burned out. System number 3 is going to be for you to follow up and close in your sales. This is where I want you to look at automating your DMs, setting up reminders, setting up the abandoned cart emails, making sure your website is set up to handle abandoned carts. This is where you're going to set up your cart to make recommendations for additional products so they can bundle, you can upsell. Make sure your close is really, really strong. And not only do you close the sale, but you thank them during the sale. So you can use tools like ManyChat. If you're on Shopify, Shopify has great workflows where you can do this. If it's strategy calls, I use Calendly for my booking services, and you can set up workflows in it to respond, to send out certain sites, to send out certain products to them. So many ways to actually close the sale, but you just have to make sure it's strong and you have to make sure that you do a follow-up on it. The reason why you follow up is because 90% of the people who purchase from you once are likely to purchase from you again. And so we want that customer lifetime value to be really high because we want repeat customers and we want referrals. Why do we want that? Because we want predictable income. Predictable income keeps our cash flow positive, and it keeps revenue regenerating over and over and over. So when you keep customers, offer them upsells, offer them loyalty programs, use things like Loyalty Lion or Thrive Card upsells, things that actually keep in contact with them. Ask them for feedback, give them space to actually make that feedback for you, because it's going to turn out to be user generated content, which helps you sell more. So if you get what I'm saying, this is all a system. It's a 4-step process. So just know that when your sales are set up to automate like this, then that's when you start leaving the hustle behind. And that's when you actually start seeing and reaping the benefits of, oh my gosh, this is working. I appreciate this. How can I make this happen over and over again? And a lot of people are looking for marketing teams to build out things like this. And that's great. If you can one-off it, you can outsource it, you can hire somebody to do it. But just know that you need to be familiar with the process and how it works, what you need to do to make your people tick that's going to keep money flowing in the door for you. So first 3 parts we've already gotten through. Part 4 is the actual roadmap that I'm going to give you to make this happen. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on it. Yeah. Part 4 is your roadmap. So here you go. I'm going to break this down into 6 months for you, and we're going to take it 2 months at a time. These are the goals that I have set out for you to strive for, to make sure your 6-figure journey is that you're traveling where you need to be on your 6-figure journey. Are you on the right road? Have you taken the right turns? When do you need to hit the accelerator? When do you need to hit the brake? All of the things, right? All of that's here. So here's phase 1. The first 2 months, I want you to build your foundation. What's that mean, Biz Coach C? I want you to pick that scalable business model that we talked about, 1 or 2 or 3 of them. And then I want you to create at least one core offer and price it for profit. Give it optimal pricing and make sure it's reaching everywhere that it needs to reach. And then the third thing that I want you to do in those first 2 months is build a simple lead capture system. So whether that's using emails for people to opt in, or whether people are going to DM you to get to enter into that sales funnel so you can start spreading that visibility, right? Increasing our visibility online. We want to capture as many people. So this is the lead generation phase. But first, you got to make sure that you have a system actually carved out. So pick one scalable business model to work with out of the 4 that I gave you when we started. Take at least one of your core offers, one of your products or services, optimally price it for profit so you know exactly how much of it you have to sell in order to get to that $8,300 per month. And then build a lead capture system. Figure out how are you going to get people to be interested enough where you can put this product or service in front of them, right? That's what we're going to do. All right. Phase 2, months 3 through 4, visibility and conversion. Those are the next things. In months 3 and 4, here's what I want you to do. I want you to launch your own content calendar where we're posting a minimum of 3 times per week, right? A little bit more is better, or depending on what system you have set up, but more does not necessarily mean more sales. So just make sure that your content is producing the reaction that you need it to produce in order to get people to sell, because all of this is revenue, intentional revenue generating action. So launch your content calendar, put that together, months 3 and 4, make sure it's running smoothly. Create your basic sales page or your booking system, wherever it is that people are going to land once you become visible and we start thinking about actually converting them into paying customers. Make sure you have it identified where your folks want to go. And you're going to need help with making sure that your website is functioning like it is. If you will stay tuned to these platforms that I'm on, and if you're in my online communities on August 19th and 20th of 2025, I'm going to be going live with a website expert, LaWanda Engel, and we're going to be going through exactly what your website needs to do to have that level of performance for conversions. So if you come to that, then you can also get in her free masterclass, and we're literally taking you through this whole process, and you could jump right back on this roadmap. So create that basic sales page or that booking system where you can actually capture those leads, right? So the leads have gotten into the funnel, and now we're qualifying them is what we're doing. We're breaking it down to see who is going to actually be so interested in what is being offered that it's going to make a difference and they're going to buy. So start nurturing them, start the DM engagement, start talking to them, put them on a texting system. This is where you have to keep their attention so they can actually make the purchase. And this is where we want to make sure the purchases are starting to happen. So we're building the foundation in months 1 and 2, getting the marketing going in pretty much month number 3 and making sure it's running well. And also in month number 3, we want to make sure that wherever these people are landing, that it's somewhere they can depend that's going to be there when they get there. And it's somewhere that you can depend on that's going to be there when they're ready to make a purchase. And then we want to continue to engage with them. And we want to make the sale. We want to close it there in months 3 and 4. We want to start making sales months 3 and 4 from today. Months 5 and 6 is phase 3. That's where I want you to scale your business and start the automation. So add a second offer, upsell what you currently have, add something to it. Say, hey, I can also do this, or I can also offer you this. Add another low ticket product. But this is where you add another offer to make sure that you can continue adding to your revenue, or that it regenerates itself over and over and over. Automate, nurture flows. So anytime you're going to be contacting customers, leads, potential customers, make sure that you can go back and create a standard operating procedure and automate that so it can happen again and again and again. Last thing for you to do in months 5 and 6 is to make sure that you repeat any type of customer campaigns that were successful. So at this time, if you look back and evaluate and you figure out, you discover that this campaign did not work, it did not bring me the success that I wanted, it did not get the visibility, it didn't get the reach, it definitely didn't get the conversion, nobody was interested, I didn't get people to pick up on that. But this one over here, this one took off. This one was kind of warm. It started getting hot. It started heating up. People were responding. People were clicking. The visibility of it was pretty high. The numbers were good. And I converted off of it. People made purchases. Figure out how you can recreate that campaign and upsell it and improve it, make it better, and add a product to it. So 100K doesn't just happen by chance. It happens when you have a step-by-step game plan. This roadmap is going to be your GPS. So in your 1 to 2 months, a foundation, months 3 and 4, get the visibility, get them to start converting and making a purchase. Months 5 and 6, scale it and automate it. Put it on autopilot. The next steps for you here are to choose one business model from today's session. Price your core offer using 100K math that I gave you today, and map out your 6-month roadmap using a worksheet that I'm going to give you all today as a bonus, right? And what I want you to do is post the homework, right? Don't just do it. Put it out there in the atmosphere for other people to see so it can be validated. So you are not the only person whose eyes need to lay on this. If you're not comfortable posting it, then you need to DM me, you need to text me, you need to email me and say, hey, Biz Coach C, you need to contact me through my website and say, I need you to look at my 100K business model and what I did with this roadmap so it looks right and it's something that's going to be doable for me. And I'm happy, more than happy to help you guys with that. All right. More than happy. All right. I got some stuff going on here on my phone. I want to make sure that this thing is still on where I want it to be. All right. And we are getting ready to end things today. You've got your action items for your next few steps that you need to be taking. You've got the homework. Choose one business model from today's session. Price your core offer using 100K math that I gave you today. Map out your 6-month roadmap using the worksheet that I'm going to give you. The thing about you is your offer deserves to be sold, right? Whatever it is that you're doing. I was talking to a friend of mine before I got on this live, and we were just discussing ideas of how to make things happen, how to make things work. And I appreciated that conversation so much because it really prepared me even more so for today for this presentation. So if they're listening, definitely thank you. But sales isn't scary when you have a structure. And that's what our discussion was about, is literally in a nutshell, is having a structure for making the sale, right? No matter how much money it is. If you're scared to talk about big numbers, get over it. You have got to get over it, because you're not going to see big numbers if you're scared to talk about them, if you're scared to share your ideas, if you're scared to step out and try it. What you have deserves to be sold, so don't feel like it isn't. And the business that you're trying to run, you deserve it. You deserve it. So give it the strategy, give it the backing that it needs so it can actually pay you back. Don't take that lightly. All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to help you build this out. Definitely. There are tons of free resources that are available working with me at any given point in the day. But if you're ready to solidify this and make it real for yourself and build out your own 100K sales system, then I have a sales strategy bundle for you. It's going to be the exact tools that I use to help my clients that take them from their original idea into six-figure income. So what does that look like? How do I package that? And how do I model that in front of them? The first thing is what we call an offer builder toolkit, where they create, they price, and they learn how to sell their actual offers that they come up with to get them to 100K. That consists of clarifying their offer, pricing it for profit, sales scripts and objection handling, and a launch plan template to get it actually out there where it starts bringing in the dollars. The second thing that's included in this system that I devise for my clients is called a smart financial tracker, where you map that 100K goal month by month. And there's a weekly cash flow tracker in that to make sure that you're taking care of the money, because money taken care of and money accounted for is money that can be accumulated. It's also money that can be lost, but if you know what's there and you know what you don't have access to, you're more likely to accumulate it than you are to lose it once I teach you the disciplinary system to go along with that. So revenue planning tools are also there. And then a business credit checklist, because now that you're getting money in your pocket, you want to be able to leverage credit to get even more and extend your reach past what you can usually do. And of course, the bonus just for participating in this today is getting the marketing that converts worksheet. That is that's an automatic that goes. So it's the third thing that I actually put with the offer builder toolkit and the smart financial tracker. Those two things are what build out your personal system outside of yourself with a business coach. So I'm going to give you the worksheet, which is a 7-day content plan, story-based marketing prompts, and some plug and play CTA examples so you can help increase that visibility to get your lead funnel really generating the numbers for you. But special offer for today's training. This is not going to be on my website because it is, like I said, it's client specific. You have to be a paying client to get access to this. So it's not available on my website like that. And I don't even want to sell it on my website like that. But as a bundled price, it will be regular around $100. But if you watch this live and you comment, I want the bundle, whether you're live or you're watching the replay, then I will send you the link to actually grab this, because it's not, like I said, available on my website like it usually is. So you have to comment that and I will send it to you, whether you're watching it live or replay. So this bundle takes what I taught you today and it's going to turn it into your step-by-step plan that you're going to execute. And you can actually get this plan started in a week with this 100K sales system that I have, the sales strategy bundle. So lock in your 100K plan. If you are serious about turning your pricing and your sales strategy into consistent revenue, then don't leave without these tools, because they are the blueprint to actually get you there faster, without the stress, without the guesswork, and with a experienced business coach in your back pocket. So just remember, guys, clarity creates cash, but systems keep it flowing. So lock in your 100K plan, grab the sales strategy bundle, and we'll get started on making sure you can secure your 6 figures today. So I will send you the links for everyone who has commented, I want the bundle, whether you're watching live or the replay. We will get that to you. I appreciate you guys so much. And yes, ma'am, Letitia, I will make sure that you get that personal link to grab your bundle. So she's the first one. So congratulations, Letitia. I will definitely send you that link, my dear. Anybody else? Just let me know, and I will see you guys next training. This will be live for about 30 days in the group. After that, it's going to go away. Then it's going to continue to be active on my YouTube channel. So subscribe to the channel if you want to make sure you have access to all of these trainings, because they'll be there for forever. And you can grab all of the tools that go along with them to make sure you can get to your first 100K per year. And when you do hit that number, you better text me, DM me, post it, and let me know, and hashtag BizCoachC. All right, you guys, I had a great time today. I hope you did too, and I hope you learned a lot. I will see you all soon, and your bundles will be on the